we've had to really invest in a lot of training for our journalists. So, these guys are traditionally this and this. So, we've really taken a step to make sure that they're really comfortable with social media, but also, displaying that consistent message. So a lot of the content that we write for the social media is a little bit, rehashed from the newspaper. So we'll, breaking news, for example, is really quite popular on social media because it gives people an opportunity to write in immediately. And it is all moderated, of course. But generally, most of the content that people submit will come through. But, it's really, given us an opportunity. If there's smoke sort of coming out of a window, the readers are actually able to contact us through Facebook and say, hey, there's smoke around this window, and it really gives us an opportunity to get that story out to them immediately, and when the journalists and the photographers are out on the road, they've got that access immediately in their pocket to kind of go to that event, report it and show it straight away. But in terms of maintaining that consistent message, that really comes from training and also from the editor as well, who is in the building somewhere, and he might be able to touch on that in the next session as well about how they do maintain that consistency. But the Herald as a brand really does have a strong consistency across our journalists because it is our message. We can't just kind of write anything. We have to maintain that high standard of all time to maintain our brand.
Would anyone else like to? Yeah.
Just with our social sites, are you doing this for a business? Yeah. So we have a document that is a tone document, and we set out the tone that we want to portray for our voice, because you'll find social is a lot of ask a question, get a response. They don't want to get on your site, say something, and you just whatever, and you never talk to them again. We do a lot of talking back to our viewers. But we have a document that anybody who has anything to do with our social sites knows about, and we project how we reply and how we handle a situation, so that it is consistently our brand talking rather than our operator or user or whoever that person is, because it's once you reach a certain level of the 50,000 plus, it's like opening a door. It's open slowly, and there's a lot of we love it when a program starts late. It's every day, and there's so to talk back to people when they have a problem or when they can't get something or when something has upset them or when they're thinking, it's very important to go, this is NBN, not I've had a really bad day.
But also on that, Lawrence, there was some the NAB did a presentation because they've got this big push on social media, and they were saying that they don't take down any bad tweets, any bad because they don't want to self-moderate that way. They want it to use one of Paul's values, raw and real, and what they've found is that the derogatory comments that come are usually beaten down by their loyal customers, which...
Yeah, we try not to... we have a lot of filters on our Facebook sites, and for mobile, the Facebook filters don't work, so that's a great innovation from Facebook. But we have once a month, we have one afternoon where we go through and invent all the new words that we're going to put into the filter, which is actually a great afternoon's fun. But we try not to take anything down. We will take anything down that is defamatory or is it that we feel is in pretty poor taste. But that's what it's about. It's a conversation, and that's the reason we're up there. It's a really hard thing with management to go through when you get into certain situations, because it's not all great, And I mean, we're I think we're both from an industry where no one says anything bad about you. It's fantastic. So it's, we've got a really supportive management. But yeah, you've really got to, once you pick your line, stick with that line.
Thank you. Unfortunately, we haven't got time for any more questions. We lose our camera crew shortly. They're going to record some local news. Could you please thank the panellists? Lauren, Lawrence, I didn't even realise that, Paul and Lisa.